Hi, my name is Leslie Pagel, and we are going to be talking about leveraging AI for human understanding and successful experience design. In an earlier video, you would have heard me talk about the importance of leveraging conversational data for human understanding and experience design. In this video, we are going to walk through 3 different applications of artificial intelligence, introducing you to each application, and then sharing a short, brief case study of how these applications were used to inform experience design efforts. So let's get started. The first application we'll talk about is natural language processing. Natural language processing is the ability for computers to codify human language based on rule-based modeling. So what the heck does that mean? Well, it means that humans are involved in the process because they're defining rules in which the machine will explore the data. When it comes to leveraging natural language processing for conversational data, this type of application becomes very valuable when you think about searching and finding themes, conversations that reflect themes that you're interested in. It is also extremely valuable in finding conversations that are based on a recent event that happened to your business, whether it happened from an outside source like COVID, or it happened based on something that you were intentionally designing for and you changed in your business. You can create the rule set, determine that, and ask the machine to go find those types of conversations. The second application of AI is machine learning. Now, machine learning is the process of teaching a machine how to learn. What does that mean? Well, it means that in order for the machine to learn, we must feed it training data. We need to tell it what to look for and what that thing that they're looking for means in a business. I'll use a simple example first. Facebook, years ago, you would upload your picture and you would have to tag yourself and your family in it. That tagging is telling Facebook, in this picture, this is what I look like, this is what my father looks like, or my brother and sister. Now, when you upload a picture, it knows who you are because you have created training data for it. We can do the same with conversations. We can teach a machine how to detect elements that are expressed in a conversation. Think of, for example, when a customer is stuck in their journey. What are some of the things that they say when they're stuck? Well, we can create training data based on conversations that tell the machine, this is what it sounds like when a customer is stuck, so that then the machine can look across all of the conversations and detect when there is friction in the customer journey. The third application is generative AI. Generative AI refers to a model where the output is the creation of new information. It is generating new information. And one of the most universally understood examples of generative AI is ChatGPT, where ChatGPT generates a conversation with you based on the prompts that you share with it. Generative AI provides a huge host of opportunity when it comes to your conversational data, one of which is taking an entire conversation. We speak 125 to 150 words a minute. Let's say we have a 10-minute conversation. Generative AI can look at all of that exchange of information and boil it down to a few short sentences. This dramatically changes the amount of time that we spend synthesizing and sifting through conversational data for value. Let's take a look at one case study that hopefully will help pull these three applications together. In this example, in this real example, we were working with a hospital system, and they were very interested in the parts of the customer journey that were causing patients from moving further in their care. And so we used a machine learning model called the Eddy effect. The Eddy effect detects when the customer is stuck in their journey. And we found that for this particular hospital system, we noticed that when the customer or patient was calling about a prescription refill, 43% of them were stuck in their journey. Now, to put this in context, the average Eddy rate was around 18%. So this was almost double for prescription refills. So they were very curious to understand what are the themes of related to prescription refills that are causing our patients to get stuck in their care journey. And we identified 6 different themes. Now, let me share with you how AI supported this. So we used rule-based classifiers or rule-based modeling to find conversations that were about prescription refills. We used a machine learning model called the Eddy effect to identify within those which ones were customers stuck in their journey and which ones were they not stuck. And then we used generative AI to look at the eddies for prescription refills so that we could quickly sift through the conversation to detect what are those 6 themes that are driving prescription refill eddies. The outcome were very specific recommendations and highly contextual insights that this hospital system was able to go and design a new experience around to help their patients more efficiently and effectively fill their prescription refills. I hope that you enjoyed learning more about how human understanding informs experience design and how AI is allowing us to listen at scale. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know how I might be able to help you. Thank you.